How do you build relationships with professionals without being a thorn to them? Really nice people can not understand this stuff and then not do well in the business. Like, they're super nice. Like, I just worked with somebody like that on the shoot before this Christmas break, and he was super nice, but he was standing there just going, yeah, it's my first day. And he didn't know what to do. You know, it was his first day, first shoot. And he didn't know what to do, so he wasn't doing anything. But he really wasn't watching anybody. He wasn't watching the departments. He didn't know, like, I'll tell you, you look at the departments, you look at what goes with each department, like what gear, what cases, what are they using, what's important to them, when are they moving, when are they not moving, when can't they move? Like, I mean, they can't physically move because they're going to ask for playback any moment. Or we're going to be doing it, we're going to be going mobile soon, so the VTR guy's scrambling to get his batteries together and getting these cables and getting this wrapped up because next we're going to go onto a car. And he's kind of like freaking out. So you're just like Johnny in the spot, you're Johnny in the spot. And you'll get this from these shoots that set you up for that. You're just like, you roll up your sleeves and you're just like, how can I help you? How can I help you? And oh my God, you are gonna go zoom straight to the top of everybody's list so freaking fast, so easily. And then you're gonna work. You're gonna attract the paid work really fast. So there's many methods that lead you to that, but I'm just giving you the beginning part because at this place where you're at right now, this is your main question. You're going to have different questions in month 2 because by that time you're like, oh, I got all these shoots that are coming in and how do I choose the right ones that get me the right kind of experience for what I want to do, like the VO work. You don't worry about that now. Now we just want to get experience on these sets. And you want to start speaking that lingo of those producers and the directors, you know? Because they don't want to talk about VO. They don't want to talk about acting. They don't want to talk about acting coaches. They don't want to talk about acting schools. They don't care about that shit. They're interested in their projects. They're interested in what they have coming up. They're interested in their career. So when you're working on sets all the time, then you will be able to automatically, very easily have these conversations with them, very natural conversations. And none of it's scary. They're just people like you and me. I mean, they're all just like you and me because they're just like maybe a couple of years ahead of you and they're the ones that stuck, right? So they're working. And they want to talk about their projects, what, you know, you might ask them, oh yeah, how many days did that take to shoot? Oh, where'd you get the music from? Oh, awesome. Did you do a VO work on that? Did you do any ADR? How was the sound recorded on that? You know, you start, oh, what camera did you use? You start asking specific questions and they're just like, oh my God. PAs don't ask these questions because most of them are like out of film school, talk about their project and what their visions are. So you're coming at it completely differently, which is why it's our secret weapon, you guys. And then you work all the freaking time. And then that's when they're like, you know, you're like, hey, if you need me, I do VO work. And they're going to go, okay, cool, yeah, all right, high five. And then they're not going to go, oh, I have a job for you right away. That won't happen, but, well, it could. But probably, maybe in a month, it's like, oh, who is that guy that does VO work? And you might hand them your card at the end of the day, a card that we have you make. And on the back you go, VO work. You write down there, and handwritten, very important. Not with your main card that's printed. It must be handwritten because it needs to be tailored to a conversation you have with them. You know, do VO work, happy face. Okay, this is just these little things, you guys. And then they're like, hey, I got something. Be available? I've had this happen where people get VO work, Spanish stuff. I mean, like that happened in Texas. Xavier, I think in his first month, he's like, I couldn't believe it. I was working on this shoot and it was for free. And then I got a $500 gig. It's $500 a day. I just go in, I say this stuff in Spanish. And he's like, I didn't even ask for it. He's like, they just told me what the rate was. They like you. You can do the job. They don't care about your degree. They're not going to ask you your degree. They're just like, they give you the job. Now, you know, it helps, again, to be on film sets so that you can relax. You know, because it's like, oh, these opportunities, oh, I need to do so well. I mean, I know this so well because it's like, man, I need to do this so well because I wanted to make sure that they hire me again. And then you're all jumpy. And then you're like, do you need this? Do you need this? You just kind of be like too new, too green. They can tell, you know. So you just kind of, the more you're on the sets, you're like, yeah, you start to chill, you start to relax. You're like, yeah, all they want me to do is come in and read these lines. I need to breathe. I need to have my water bottle there handy. I need to know where the mic placement is. I need to make sure that it's quiet enough. I need to be kind to the people. You know, just these little things that, you know, you'll see other people do it, and you're like, that's right, that's right, that's right. And it's so simple. Then these little details all add up, and people are like, oh yeah, he's great. And that's all they think about. They don't think about like anything else. They're just like, oh, he's great. That's all they think about for me. They're not like, oh, Janet's from Wisconsin. She traveled the world. She worked for National Geographic. She won an Emmy. No, they could give a crap. They don't care any of that stuff. Nobody's ever asked me my degree, if I ever studied sound. Nobody has ever asked that, ever. They don't care. It's like, they like you, like to work with you. We're past all that stuff, basically.